Hello, my name is Mercury, and welcome to this brand new episode of Media Buffet. Today, I'm alone and I'll be discussing Alien 3, again, third installment in the Alien series, in the Alien franchise, and the first two suck ass. Yeah. So, me going through the Alien movies and reviewing them and all that stuff, I knew this day would come where the franchise would take a nosedive in quality, and it's very apparent when we get to this movie, and it's also, and I guess, it's very apparent when we just like have Alien, just like Aliens before Alien 3. It's it's really just like, come on. We went for something that was like great to amazing, spectacular to Alien 3. And I have not heard good things about Alien 4, Alien Resurrection. Nothing. It's currently sitting at it's sitting at a 2.6 on on IMDb, which I trust a lot more than like Rotten Tomatoes and things of the like. Number 4 stars than I thought. Anyways, yeah, like just just yikes. This movie is certainly something. Oh damn, Joss Whedon wrote fucking Alien Resurrection. Why? Didn't she get? Oh no, wait, she died. Right, I forgot. I actually forgot. That's how like That's how like I watched this movie when. When did I watch Alien 3? That couldn't have been that long ago. February 9th. So, oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow is March 9th. So tomorrow it would be 1 month since I watched this movie, and I was like, I don't fucking know. Good thing I write reviews so I can go back and see what I thought at the moment, and all that stuff. But yeah. Um I legitimately did not say much about this movie. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a lot. I can talk a lot about this. I can't. I don't give a fuck. This movie, I think, is shorter than the first one. Well, I mean, in a way, it's in like in one specific cut. Um, the movie is longer by a lot. Let me check. Isn't Does it not say the runtime here? That's insane. Oh wait, am I? Oh, that's okay. Doesn't say the runtime. I think it's an hour, like an hour 50, some shit like that. An hour 50 normally, and then there's the assembly cut. Now, a lot of people like the assembly cut. Yeah. Um, and I was like, I'm not watching that shit. I'm just not. Like, okay. For other movies, I am not gonna be that stingy about runtimes and like which version I watch. because a lot of the other movies it only adds like 7 minutes, and I'm like, I can stomach 7 minutes. I can fucking stomach 7 minutes. I don't mind 7 minutes of additional time. That's not that much. It'll feel it's the closest I can get to the original. Whatever. When I tried to look for this movie, it only had the assembly cut. I had to buy the fucking home release, the theatrical version, because I was not about to watch 30 minutes, 30 additional minutes on top of the movie. I just wasn't. Something that I knew I probably wasn't gonna like. The assembly cut, which apparently is better, and you know what? Maybe at some point in the future, I'll watch the assembly cut. And hey, maybe it'll be better because I think some more time could actually fix this movie. Like some more time spent on this movie could probably fix it, but I'm not. I'm not gonna do that right now because it runs for 2 hours and 24 minutes. The the movie by itself runs an hour 54. Aliens is normal. Where is it? Jesus, there we go. Aliens by itself. God damn it. Franchise film. Here we go. Aliens by itself is 2 hours 17. It's already like around there, and then making it even fucking longer. Like, come on. We did not need this. The good thing is that the next movie is surprisingly shorter, but again, I'm probably gonna be watching the extended version with 7 additional minutes, and it'll make it an hour 58. So that's fun. Anyways, um, going into this movie, there's some things that I think need to be discussed. And I'll discuss them. I'll talk about them. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm here to talk about it. Will I talk about it a lot? Probably not. But yeah, I just want to make fucking Porky Big moment. I want to make mention, just that I did not watch the extended version because I just didn't fucking want to. It was already late on episodes. I am very late on episodes. Supremely late. So I was already fucking late on episodes. I wasn't going to add more time I need to spend watching shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just rent it. And I did. I fucking rented the movie. I don't know how much. I think it was like $3 or something, like $4. I watched it almost entirely. Almost entirely like one sitting, which I don't fucking do. Not for bad movies. And guess what? I didn't like it. I didn't like it. This one's the first one that I released like sucks ass. And it's a shame because I was liking these movies, but you know, like I don't know. It gets to a point. Anyways, let's get into the movie. Starting off what we always start off with. The currently will be here in this movie the visuals and horror. Now, this is something I can't praise the movie for this. I remember right now. I think the xenomorph. I want to talk about the xenomorph first. Like you said, it's a big thing. There's only one xenomorph in this movie, and you know, obviously, like I don't know where you go after more xenomorphs after having already like I got a lot of xenomorphs and having like the queen and all that shit. But this movie decides that it's only gonna have one xenomorph, which is a choice. It is a choice to have just one xenomorph and not more than that. But then it also makes a choice to make it like attach itself to a dog. And it's like, okay, that's interesting. Like it's weaker than a human, But it's interesting enough. It's a new animal. I mean, that like the xenomorphs like base themselves off the animal, and the xenomorph does fuck all. um, I guess it's just like pacing issues with the movie by itself, but like the xenomorph in the movie doesn't really do anything. I know that I criticize, as I mentioned, that in the first movie, like, oh, the xenomorphs aren't really that much of a presence until very later on the movie. But at least, like, when the xenomorph appears, the stakes get higher and you feel the tension in all of that. It's not just like the xenomorph is around and nobody know. I mean, obviously nobody knows, but it's like like something is wrong. But like, and in Aliens, it's not really a problem because in Aliens, like you know what the xenomorphs are capable of. You know what the xenomorphs are capable of. So you're already like, oh, okay, like. Like the big twist isn't that there's aliens or anything. It's like there's so fucking many of them. But in this movie, not only is there only one, which again a choice that they made. Not only is it based on a dog, which interesting creative choice. I would have wished they did anything with it. But the fucking thing doesn't do anything. The thing appears early on, which points for that. Since the other movies didn't do that, and they just kind of fucking spent, dicking around, not having the thing on screen for a good while. But this time around, it's shown early on. But then it's like, okay, when is it gonna do anything? It doesn't do anything for a good chunk of the movie. It's like they introduce it early, and it's like kind of just waiting. I to a point that I forgot the xenomorph had already appeared in the movie. The xenomorph like got introduced and then didn't appear for a good while. I was like, huh. I wonder when the fucking xenomorph's gonna come back and do anything. Obviously, when I asked that, it's like, oh, the xenomorph is right there because I have this power to predict things when they're about to happen, or ask, oh, when's this happening, and then it happens. I just have that fucking ability. I don't know where it came from. I just have it. I can just predict things at this point. Maybe I've watched enough movies, but you know, like the thing. It's like the xenomorph itself doesn't really do anything throughout the movie. It doesn't really show its presence. It's not like, oh, the xenomorph doesn't appear, but you feel its presence and all that. Like, no, you don't. It's just a gnawed entity for a good chunk until it starts killing people. It's like, oh, now it's here. Come on. And so the movie itself isn't really that scary because it's like, not only have you already seen it have like bigger stakes, I guess the movie. I don't know, because like it's like the same stakes as the first movie. It's like, oh, now it's a xenomorph, but it's in this prison where they don't have any weapons. It's like, oh, it's like in the cargo ship. It's like the first movie where they didn't have any weapons. It's like, okay, I mean, there's that, but it's like these aren't like just people who go on these on like travels and like deliver things. These are like criminals that have killed people before. It's like they have a little bit more experience. So dealing with like what would be a weaker xenomorph, it's like I don't feel the stakes in this movie. Aside from what they do with Ripley, I guess, where she was up, where she got like she got like the xenomorph like I guess embryo or some like I don't know fucking know like she got like infected with it. I don't think it's infected, but you know like the xenomorph was like inside her and all that stuff. Like she got face huggered. That's it. She got face huggered, and that's like the big stakes there. But you know, I don't give a fuck. That's like the big stakes, but like it barely comes up. It barely does anything. And talking about the visuals, which I completely ignored. The CGI, they use CGI for a good for some parts of the xenomorph, and it looks god awful. It just looks bad. It just looks bad. Unfortunately, it just looks terrible. At least from what I remember, that like the CGI in this movie is just not good. Not good. Um. Yeah. It's just like the xenomorph is like a non-entity. It sucks. I think Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up, Discord. It just sucks. It like the xenomorph, and that's is like supposed to be this is supposed to be like the big thing of the movie. Like you know, it's meant to be like you're supposed to fear this fucking thing, but it's like nah. You really don't. Unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah. Moving on because I don't have much to say about this thing. The characters. Do I have things to say about the characters? I want to talk about the characters and like something I liked. I like that we focused on a different type of character. I like that, and this is what saved it from being a complete F tier, to be honest. There are some interesting and otherwise actually kind of entertaining, not entertaining, but like good enough characters in this movie. And I like the idea of having the prison and having people. We have like in whatever my review that we have workers in the first movie who don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to like defend themselves properly or anything like that. To then having like trained military personnel. I need to edit this review. I suddenly had a little thing. Trained. It's trained. Trained military personnel. There we go. Did that update the thing? Is the Did that update my diary accidentally? No? Okay. Good. Good. Activity me. No, okay, you just edited it. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Right. Going back. Like we had like trained military personnel, like you know, people who were you know like fucking like big, uh, big like people who knew how to deal with shit and then getting their shit rocked to people who were morally reprehensible. They weren't good characters, and the movie tried to make us root for them and like them not having any weapons but knowing how to defend themselves and what to do. Like I feel like could have been really interesting, but there's two characters that are actually well done. And one is like a stretch, I would say. Let's talk about Ripley. Ripley, um, she goes to this like arc with the fucking xenomorph, and she knows she has to kill it. Like I have, there really is nothing here. Like we have the deaths of Newton Hicks, which I'll get into, but they pretty much don't affect Ripley in any way. And Ripley has relationship with like Clemens, and doesn't go anywhere. It's like Ripley in this movie doesn't have any chemistry with anybody. It's just like she's just there, and she doesn't really go through anything. At least like character wise. I mean, in the first movie, she went through all of that, all that bullshit. Then in the second movie, she had to fucking. She was one of the only survivors. She had to fucking fight for that shit. In this movie, it tried to do, I guess, a little bit above, where she was in a new environment and she had to be like somebody who had like the plan, who had the plan and all that stuff. But it just kind of, it just didn't. It just fucking didn't land. It just really didn't. It just really didn't land. I just felt like Ripley was kind of a nothing character in the movie. She really she was just here like, okay, I gotta get out of here, and it's like she doesn't get out of there. It's like, come on. I think Ripley's character, it's not that she was completely worthless. It's just like they don't really try to do anything with her in this movie, which is a damn shame. It's a damn shame that like Ripley, the main character of the last two movies, isn't like doing anything. And I have a problem with Ripley, but I'll get into that in the plot section because it's more of the writing around the character. But yeah, Ripley doesn't do much in the movie. Like to really further her as a character. She's just here because she needs to be here because Sigourney Weaver is the face of Alien at this point, and they need to show her. Next up is a character that I actually liked for like the fucking 10 minutes he's in the movie. Clemens. Clemens was interesting. He was somebody who was there because he killed somebody on purpose, but he was like, it was a bad person that he killed. And it's an interesting character, and like, oh, like it was trying to play with like moral grayness that these characters have, that these like prisoners have, and all that. And he was like one of the people that got the only people that actually like Ripley got along with and had like chemistry with in the movie. But and I liked him, and it's Charles Dance. He's charismatic. I liked Clemens as a character. Unfortunately, he was fucking killed in the first half of the movie, and it's like, oh well, oh well, man. Go ahead, I guess. It's like, come on. It's like the only interesting character in the entire movie, and then he gets killed off in the first hour, and like the first half. It's like, come on. There's not much more to say. It's just like he was interesting. He was fun. He was one of the only people that really like I not connected, but at least like I found likable, and it's like, fucking kill him. The other character that I found like somewhat good is Dylan. He's somebody who's also a bad person, but like I think it was like he found like religion, or at least he made a new religion in the not, I don't know, made, but like he followed a religion in the prison, and he like is trying to like atone for his sins and a lot of stuff, like There's that. I feel like that's really really interesting. Again, showing the moral, not grayness, but like the dilemma that there is within the prison and like these characters. And I feel like it would have been a lot more interesting if it was just fleshed out. If we just got more of this character, it would have been really interesting. And I like why he helps out Ripley and all that stuff. Also, something I gotta say. He's only. I guess I'll talk about this in the plot. I just have to fucking remember that if I to talk about it. But yeah, I want to talk about the other characters, and by other characters I mean like just the archetype that they have. They're all prisoners. They pretty much all act the same, and they're all bald, so it's like they all blend together. It's like Aside from that, every other character that they tried to introduce in this movie falls flat because they all blend together. They all have just the same role of bald person in prison that helps out Ripley. That's it. They have the exact same archetype. Sometimes they fucking look alike, and I can never tell them apart. It's like, come on, I couldn't like find anyone likable enough because number one, they all probably get killed. They all get killed, and number two, they all just have the same role, and they all look the same. It's like, come on. Couldn't you think of something a little bit more original? But yeah, just the other characters are really weird. Let's move on to the plot, and what I want to mention is that this, like, something that the Alien movies have kind of like had as a theme up until now is the theme of motherhood, and as like the struggles of being a woman, all that stuff, which, great stuff to have as an underlying theme. Am I gonna talk about that? I don't feel like that's the place. This is the place. This is a fucking review podcast. We review the quality of the content. But it's a lot. But talking about this, it's a lot more subtly done. I'm doing this as a writer. This is much more of a writer thing than an actual, like, I guess, review thing. It is a problem I have with the movie though. It's done a lot more subtly in the other movies, where even some people don't even know that's what Alien's about. But everyone knows that's what Alien's about. At least when it's pointed out to them, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. In this movie, it's a lot more in your face, especially if like the prisoner's going like, I do this horrible thing, and I want to tell you I did this and I did that. And it's like specifically what they do. It's like, so, and like they have it's this other scene where they try to like assault Ripley. It's like, you're too on the nose at this point. You're too on the nose, man. Like, I get what you're going for, but it's like it's so like weak writing. There's no subtlety to it. There's nothing there. It's just like very like bam. And also, before we get into what I actually wrote down, the tone of the movie. I think a lot of people say that it's really dark and depressing and all that stuff. It's like, and I just like look at it and it's like, really dark and depressing, this movie? I didn't feel like it was dark and depressing. It just like didn't have a lot of happy stuff in it. People get killed, and it's like, yeah, sure, it's sad. I'm sad because they wasted a good character. I'm sad because they wasted a good character, not because it's tragic or anything. No, it's fucking like, god damn it. It's more of a god damn it, I'm frustrated that they even like decided to go in this direction of killing people who could have been interesting. It's like, no, fuck you. I don't think it's dark and depressing or that stuff. It's just kind of like they tried to do that, definitely, with like the tone of everything, but it just didn't work. Okay, now to what I actually wrote down. This movie, for some fucking reason, has a problem of people not talking to each other. Just, people don't talk to each other throughout the entire movie. Especially Ripley. This is like the big problem I had with Ripley. Ripley, like, knows that the xenomorph is a problem. It's a current problem that could affect the people, like the prisoners, and she keeps it hidden. She's a bit weird about it, but she keeps it hidden throughout almost the entire movie until the xenomorph actually becomes a problem, when she was the one who told Weyland-Yutani, the fucking corporation, that the xenomorphs were there. It's like, no, they're not. And the corporate's like, obviously, like, oh, they're not real. We have a settlement there, and there's been no problems. And she was like the one that was paranoid about it, and she told them like, "Do not go there. There's alien life there." And for some reason in this movie, she doesn't fucking tell them that, and it puts them all in danger. I don't know what her thought process is. I really don't know what her thought process is. Like, why would she ever fucking decide like, okay, yeah, this is a. Well, I just won't. I'll be weird and dodge questions and won't tell them what's going on. It's like, it's better off if you do tell them because at least you'll be able to fucking defend yourself. God, at least they'll be able to unite against it and maybe, hey, at least they don't know where to start, but at least they can fucking like mitigate the problem a little, somewhat. God damn. It's just like nobody talks to each other, or no people keep information from each other for no reason. Like, sure, I like the fact that he did that. Like, Clemens did something wrong, and he's ashamed of it. But like, you made it seem like you were a terrible person. Just fucking tell her. It's like I feel like she'd know. She'd. I feel like Ripley would be a little bit more understanding. It's like, come on, man, really, fucking really. Just the movie would have been like over if they just talked to each other more. Probably everyone would be fucking. I mean, Ripley's dead. But the movie would have been saved. At least it kept the other thing. They also wanted to do like, oh, like Wayne Litani's looking for the alien and all that stuff, and like and all that shit. Like, cool that they kept that consistently from aliens. But it's just like it's just like comes to the very end. It's like, oh, I can't be taken. I have the fucking xenomorph in me. It's like, okay, like I guess that makes sense. For what Ripley went through. I don't know if there was a time skip I don't think that, no, there definitely wasn't a time skip between Aliens and Alien 3. But anyways, the last thing I want to talk about are the deaths of Newt and Hicks. Goddamn, they really didn't fucking want these characters to be here. Um, they just kill them off. Like, Hicks doesn't even get doesn't even get mentioned throughout the movie. He's just fucking dead for like all they went through, for all Ripley, Newt, Hicks, and Bishop went through. Bishop at least gets something in the movie. Don't fucking ask me what he like. He helps out Ripley in like some way. I think with like the computers. But aside from that, like there's not much there. But Hicks doesn't even get fucking mentioned all aside from the beginning. Newt, it's like, come on, they really need to kill the kid that Ripley was protecting all along. It's like, I feel like it would have been a lot better if these characters were just alive and not to escape this other thing, like having to unite once more, like face through the problem. But it's just like, come on. It feels like they didn't know where to go afterwards. So they decided, you know what, we're just gonna fucking make the ending of Aliens not matter anymore. It's like, come on. And Newt at least gets something later in the line, but it's like it didn't matter in the end because they perform an autopsy on her, but nothing comes up, and it's just like, okay, they just kind of like desecrated the body for no reason. It's like, okay, man, okay. It's really sad. It's like a really bad part of the movie. But overall, just going to the rating, the movie has a lot of problems, and it's very much on the low end of D. But there are some elements that actually liked about the movie and I thought were good. It's just that they were elements and they weren't really fleshed out in a way where they were, like a diamond in the turd or anything. It's just like it was more. It was more like finding a a bit of like, I guess a bit of like a amber or like some other like kind of not worth as much mineral. It's like finding a nickel in a pile of shit. It's like not a nickel, but it's covered in shit. It's like, I mean, if you clean it, it's worth a little something. But in the pile of shit, it's just a shiny little thing in a pile of shit. I don't know where I'm taking this analogy, but if you get what I'm saying, that's what Alien 3 is. Yeah, it's a D. If you went to my letterbox and saw my review, I gave it a 3 out of 10. And that, yes, it's a D. It has good elements, good small elements that I liked, but overall, it kind of misses on every single like aspect. I just I couldn't give it. I liked Clemens. I liked Dylan. I like the idea that they went with the movie. It's just not done well. And again, maybe the assembly cut is better than what I watched, but I don't know. I'll watch it in like 15 billion years when I have fucking when I'm done trying to catch up with this fucking podcast. But yeah. What did you guys think about Alien 3? Leave in the comments below. And if you watched the assembly cut, let me know how it was before I go into it. If you want to give us your feedback, you can like or dislike the episode on YouTube or rate us on Spotify. If you want to stay up to date with our content, you can subscribe on YouTube or follow us on Spotify, whichever you prefer. And if you want to look for more of our other socials, they're in the description, where you can find not only Media Phase and DA Entertainment's own socials, but also mine, where you can see my review sites, where you can see early reviews for things that I'm going to talk about on the podcast or things that are related to stuff I'm going to talk about on the podcast. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.